So today I am talking about King of Thorns, Book 2 of the Broken Empire by Mark Lawrence. And, Prince of Thorns was incredible. And this one, he just ramps it right up. He's Jorg, the brutal bastard of a character that he is, just kicks it up another notch. And Mark Lawrence just backs up his first novel with this brilliant, brilliant story. So I always get caught between not wanting to, overshare too much and give too many spoilers away. I've read reviews where it's just pretty much basically a full summary of everything that happened, like they're doing it for assignment. I try not to do overkill that, so I sometimes come across a little bit vaguer than I'd like, but I'll try to tell you the good things about it without spoiling anything. So I'm always a bit caught. And definitely with the last the Prince of Thorns review, it was a bit of a case of that. Especially, as all the actions happening at the end. I don't want to give too much away. I want to encourage you to read it and enjoy it. But King of Thorns, it's in the name. Stuff went down at the end of the book. He's no longer prince. But this is my little bit of a spoiler. He did not inherit his father's throne. So that's the one. At the end of the last book, he takes another throne. So still worth reading, but it's like I'm trying not to give you too much information, but stuff went down and it's awesome. Now this one's got some scenes in it, some actually brutal scenes with the dog, which I won't go into too many details. But it was a bit of gritty reading. It was a little bit hard, and it was a little bit out there, but it was this grimdark. It's grimdark fantasy. It's brutal type of book, and there's also a couple other scenes with some things and the necromancer blood. Because Jorg ate the heart of a necromancer, so his blood's tainted with it. So that causes a little bit of chaos later, and that's a bit gritty too. But that's what we loved about the grimdark genre, that hard edge, that but still witty, still funny. Jorg is still a horrible creature, a horrible human being, but he's still lovable, and he's got some really good redeeming traits. And keep the Mark Lawrence takes this one forward. So he's now king. He's defending his kingdom as the power play for the to unite the broken empire and get an emperor, which Jorg has squared himself fairly in the middle of. But there's another one come out of the Prince of Arrows has come forward, and he wants it too. And he's a good man, like he's the good man. He's the epitome of the hero, the ultimate hero to the ultimate anti-hero. And but he does have his brother, his savage brother, who's gonna he's got that Jorg malicious streak that we love, but well, he's not Jorg, so he's a douchebag, so we don't like him. But his brother, the Prince of Arrows, is a good man, and but Jorg's not going to stand for that. He's not just going to give up the empire because a good man came and put himself in his road. So we sit there and he's defending. He's ready to defend his thing. He's got a new bride because kings need brides and wives and heirs. So he's got a new bride, and she's a good character. But I didn't actually. I think I forgot to mention Catherine Apskyron, who was Jorg's father's second wife's sister. So yeah, I kind of forgot how much of a player. Like she was sort of important as this obsession of his in the first book, but I kind of forgot how key to the rest of the story she becomes, and she becomes definitely a bigger player in this one, and I've started listening to the third one already, and because I read these years ago, and I'm re-listening to them to connect with them and talk about them and just enjoy them as the brilliant stories they are. So she starts to come in this her own in this thing, and so it follows him now fending off the attack, and it cuts back to sort of how he got there after he took the kingdom, and sort of the road to how they got to this point where the Prince of Arrow is coming to take over. Almost fell over, tripped on my own feet, and yeah, and Catherine's a key figure in that. It's again when we start to see all the what the builders really were. I talked about the builders in the last one, the ancient builders that created the world and had magic and talents and skills that the characters in the book don't have. So we start to find out more about the builders and what's actually going there, and Sages and them, Coachella and them, they're all still messing about and getting into thing, and we're starting to see that manipulation of these powers and demons and necromancers and heathens behind the thrones manipulating things of the Broken Empire. It weaves all in together and entwined in its perfectly brilliant story with these fantastic protagonists. Like I talked about it so much in the last one. I love it so much. And his band of road brothers starting to thin out, and as he takes the kingdom, and he has to fight for everything. And again, it kicks off in this brilliant ending that you sort of don't see coming, and the madness of he puts. Oh, I have to give you a bit of spoiler. He puts memories in the box, and the way that he threads those through and alter the story and change the pattern. It's so well written. It's so well told. It's a hang on every word kind of book. I remember reading it years ago, and at the time I had a lot of time to read. Well, not a super amount of time, but I was really starting to, good solid patches of reading. Now I don't have that time, and this one, I just kept powering through. I did not want to stop reading it until the end. It's one of those books that brilliant page turner that will keep you up all night. Fantastic book. King of Thorns, I was going to say Prince of Thorns. King of Thorns, The Broken Empire, Book 2. Mark Lawrence, he's got a swagger of books now, Mark. But this series began it all and really showcased his brilliance. And you know, jump on all of them. They're all good books. There's a couple of series I still got to read. I'm very much looking forward to diving in. But King of Thorns, brilliant read. Jump on board. Happy reading. Subscribe and follow for more.